Well, hello guys. I am very, very excited about this one. This is almost the most amount of money I've spent on a video. This is going to be fancy. This is old money. This is one of my most requested hotels in this series. I'm at the Rosewood London here in Holborn, whatever you want to call it. Whack up a map. Where are we in the world? I think it was built around 1912 to 1914, so it is old school, and I am so excited. We have got an absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous building. I have been so excited to come here. I finally had a little bit of an offer. I'll tell you how much it was as I go in. Look at this building. I went to uni around the corner. Good old Central St Martin's back in the day, and I used to walk past here thinking, oh, dream. I don't think I have ever, maybe I have for an event a long time ago. I haven't been here for years and years. Oh, we've got the Holborn dining room and the pie room. Oh, that looks fun. What is this? A little bar over there. I think this is part of the hotel. Oh, a bit of an argy-bargy going on out there. Look at this. Oh my gosh, this is absolutely gorgeous. To the left you've got La Terrace, the terrace. Got a bit of a Grey Goose. I think a lot of these outdoor bars now in hotels, they always have like a brand deal. It's Wimbledon when I'm filming this. Reception is to the right if you're ever coming here. So just to quickly show you, because I was trying to find images online, or photos as one calls them. They have this like gorgeous copper entrance. There's not like a big, and oh, I guess there is through here. Oh, that goes through to that bar. Is it Scarves? I don't know, say that. I think that opens at 5. Oh, it smells gorgeous in here. Look at this, look how cozy this is. So cozy. It's quite artsy. There's a lot of like fun stuff. Let me show you. Yeah. Loads and loads of bits and bobs. I really love the decor. I really, really like it. But yeah, that copper. Oh yeah, I just couldn't find any pictures online. Not really. Brings me to the second floor. Look at this, like with the little details. It's super, super, super dark in here. I do like the moodiness of it. The front door, very nice. A little card. Here we go. The price of the room was £900. This is an expensive one. It was like 890 something pounds. It includes breakfast. So the first gripe, or the main gripe, let's get straight into it. Everyone's gonna roll their eyes. There's a bathroom, and I love a nice bathroom. There's no bath. There is no bath. I'm absolutely gobsmacked. I mean, the bathroom it's nice. It's finished nicely. There are some little products here. Votary, can't say I know that. I don't really like those little things, but either way, a nice, unexciting, crusty, I'm being harsh now, shower, but yeah, no rainfall shower or anything like that. Fuming. No posh toilet, I mean a lose-a-loo, but yeah, there's no details like we've seen in the other hotels already. Now, granted, this is really cool. I do really like this, and I'm gonna try and change my attitude. I'm just being honest with you, because a lot of people said that I got fobbed off at the Langham, so I'm gonna stand my ground now. But yeah, a beautiful unit, some towels. This is just such a small room. A cool sink, what's in here? Shower cap, loofah, cotton buds, cotton pads, whereas at the Corinthia, which was nearly £200 cheaper and in an equally good location, we had mouthwash and a big bath with a television in it. So yeah, anyway, some quirky, I do really like all the quirkiness of it. I think that's just water damage, to be fair. Yeah, Rotary, I don't know this brand, but we've got body lotion, some towels. I like these little cups. These are quite fun, aren't they? Lydia Jane, and then you've got, oh, very slightly crunchy. Oh no, oh, I really hope this video was going to be a good one. Let's see, let's see. So everything just looks like it's worn. That is an awful one. Has it got any branding on it? That's actually so crusty. Anyway, crazy quirky carpet, little picture, aircon, and this is the room. Now, don't get me wrong, it is a wonderful room. Very high, very, 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 very high ceilings, higher than the Corinthia. Big, comfy looking bed. I really like that headboard unit. I don't know what you call it. We have the drink station, a shiny Nespresso that everyone's been saying that apparently is glass clean. Now that's what makes it clean. Oh goodness, I did not mean to pull that. I thought that was a drawer. The mini bar. Lots of fancy things, Patron, Jack Daniels. And then what's down here? A very big safe. Oh, that's a fridge up here. Oh, I don't think any of this is included. No, it's not. What does that do? Oh, I see, that comes out so you can see it better. Okay, it's a new one. Quick little kettle test. Very clean, very shiny. And we've got some complimentary water. And we've got a pretty okay size wardrobe. It's a bit dinked up. Ah, there we go. I was thinking then, surely we're going to give more than one robe. There is a full-length mirror, which probably needs a bit of a clean. Oh, I'm being harsh. You know what? I'm in that mood now. Coat hangers, they're not branded. Oh, they've really, like, scrimped here, haven't they? All right, I thought this was going to be the poshest one yet. Yeah, shoe bits and bobs. Slippers. They've got a little woven label on. Yeah, not particularly premium for £1,000 a night. Goodness me. Got like, I don't know if that's printed or etched. Mirror. Where have we got any lighting settings? We'll have a look. That must be their little crest or something. And then it says, oh yeah, if you want things changed. Nothing in the drawers, not lined or anything. I think quite a few of them have had like fabric lined drawers. I love that light. I think that's so cool. Pencil? Really? Not even a pen? This is one expensive hotel. Nice little dimmer. Does that turn all of them off? We'll find out later. Yeah, some different things to charge. Wow, that's such a random place. A very cheap, oh, have they looked me up on YouTube? Guys, I got so much slack in the comments a couple of weeks ago when I didn't hold my ground, when I didn't get the room that I booked at the Langham. I feel like I was a bit harsh to her on the phone earlier, but I said to her, I was like, okay, I'll put it in the review. And based on what she said, I do actually believe that there aren't any other rooms available. So as you heard, maybe another room will be available at 5:30. I've just said to her, I was like, I've touched everything, but I haven't sat on the bed, so I don't know. They'll probably have to do another quick sweep. But she was like, use the room for 2 hours. I feel a bit bad, but do I? It's £1,000 a night. But I think I was just slagging off the hairdryer. Okay, Rosewood, because I know these hotels are watching these videos. It's very obvious. Right. If you're going to spend £1,000 a night, I expect there to be an attachment to like blow dry your hair straight. There's nothing wrong with a Babyliss hairdryer. I think I've got one of these at home, similar thing, but that is a little lackluster. I'm not saying everywhere needs to have a Dyson, but it should really have the attachments and, you know, if you've got curls and stuff like that, just saying. Anyway, little desk area. I like this little leather. Pop of colour. I do like that orange, that ambery colour is nice. Little chair and yeah, like the lamps. This is so high up. I don't know how tall that is, but definitely something you're paying for. Now, my other grump was this. Like, what? I mean, there's not really much they can do about it, but you could just be like, gorgeous view of the bins of the offices next door, but that's what you get for being so central. I do think that should have like a long stick thing because these are probably gonna get a bit grubby. Unless there's a button. No, there isn't. But they look like pretty hefty blackout blinds. This table is just such a waste of space. I did whinge about it on the phone. I was like, this room is just really quite bizarre. Why would you not put a little like sofa thing in there? It's just really, I think that's really straight. What am I supposed to do? I mean, I'll show you this, I can't even get to it. There's one of these lights. I think those are quite fancy, aren't they? Is that a real plant? Yeah. It's a torch. Oh my gosh, so many people thought in my Connaught vlog that when I opened the drawer it was a gun, a torch, a pencil. These should be pens, come on. That's a nice touch. Little postcards, that's nice. That's really nice. It's a crap picture though. Why would they pick that? Why would they not? Anyway, there's a few options. I feel like they could have done a nice picture of the hotel. Missing a trick there. These hotels all have wonky lights. Loads and loads of different plug sockets for those in the comments whinging. Non-branded bin. There is a spa here. There isn't a pool. In-room dining, we'll have a look at that later. What's in here? Oh, very big drawer. More like a big TV unit, I guess. Oh, here we go, tea bags. So we've got loads of teas, English breakfast, black tea, Earl Grey, sorry, chamomile and mint. And then we've got some mugs under here, I didn't realise. But yeah, I'm more of a tea drinker. A couple of bottles of water and the glasses set out. Ice, what I find with these hotels is obviously there's no like ice machine like you would get in America. You have to like call up, and then I feel bad just like asking them to bring up ice. Anyway, absolutely massive television. Right, let's get the question out the way. There is a Kit Kat. Oh, bargain, £2.50. Oh, that's quite reasonable. I feel like I need to make some graphics of like the rankings of the hotel so far and how much the Kit Kats were. But there we go, Maltesers £2.50. Mango £6, Trek bars £3, lentil crisps £3. What else we got? Peanuts £4. It's definitely more reasonable. Oh, here we go. Oh my gosh, no, the biscuits are complimentary. See, an espresso's included. I'll show that in a sec. But I like there being a physical menu. There was one over the other side as well. Some drinks, Hilton water, some orange juices, yeah, £4-5, Coke £5. I think they're all about £5 or £4.50. Brony beer £8. Oh, that's a bit spenny. I think they've been about £6 or £7 in other places. And then the little bits of vodka, 50ml, it's the double in the UK, is £15. Oh, blimey, £15 for one of those. Very expensive, but yeah, nice little drawer. I really do like this burnt ambery colour. I think that's really quite nice. Slot that back in there. This must be a nightmare to manage. There's not many room types. I'm obviously in 208. Some of these are so weird and tight. Look at that one, that's tiny. And that one, oh my gosh. Nah, I feel like they might need more levels. Look at that room. That's ridiculous. Do you know what? I stayed in a hotel. Where was I? In Laguna Beach last year. I didn't vlog it. I was on holiday, and I was really happy with my room, but they were the room types. There weren't enough levels, and I remember chatting to them. Where am I going with this? Basically, they almost needed like 20 different room types because all of them were a bit higgledy-piggledy. Some of them you could see the sea, is the ocean? Pacific Ocean. Some of them were like half sea, half roof. Anyway, let's try and get the Wi-Fi to work. I feel like I'm gonna get rinsed in the comments. Like guys, I know I've obviously done quite a few of these videos now. I'm not coming here to like catch the hotels out. I actually just want these to be like, oh my God, look at this crazy hotel. How fun is this? I'll never come here again. But I think now I feel a bit more confident to be like, hold on a minute. you're taking the piss, mate. Whereas like at the beginning, I mean, the first one I did was the Dorchester, and that was just like crazy nice. But yeah, so I'm very aware that this is a mad amount of money, and the things that I'm picking up, like my flat isn't this nice, you know? So take it with a pinch of salt, but I know people are gonna get upset with me. Like the video, thanks. Something I want to mention is the charge that you get when you get to the room. So even if you prepaid or you're going to pay, you know, a property, all of these hotels have asked for a certain value of money on your card. The Shard, which was a while ago, the Shangri-La, that was the highest one. That was like £950, whereas I think all the other hotels have been between like £50 to like £400, which haven't been, you know, obviously the price of a full night. So I was quite shocked when I checked in here, and it was like 1,040 something pounds that was charged to my, and obviously I'll get it back tomorrow. But I was like, oh my God, that's so if you are doing this, obviously you need to make sure that you have those funds available, whether it's through a credit card, even though you get it back and it's pending, but just so you don't get any, like, you know, issues if you go into like your overdraft. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? When I signed the thing, it was like a lot more, and I was like, oh, why is this? It's not the, you know, 890 something pounds. And they were like, oh, it's got the 5% service charge on. And I was like, oh, okay. And they were like, oh, if you want to remove that, you can remove it when you check out. So I was a bit like, they're already adding it on before you've even got to the room. That's the first time that's happened. But I appreciate they're trying to like get the admin side of things that's sorted, but it just felt, I mean, some people will say like, Hannah, you're just being a peasant, so, you know, if you can't afford it, don't stay here. But it just felt quite money grabbing. But anyway, it's a business, I get it. I can't believe there's not a bath in this room. Anyway, maybe I am being fussy, but it says 1 full bath or walk-in shower. But I think as I read the bullet points, it says marble bath with soaking tub, but then on another bullet point it says marble bath with soaking bathtub or walk-in shower. I do think they should probably have another level. Also, when I checked in, I was told that I'd been upgraded a level to a deluxe room. I'm like, that's the room that I paid for. So I don't know what you're talking about there. So they definitely need more than just the deluxe room as anyway, you know what I mean? Right, should we do a hotel tour? Now, bath aside, this is dark, moody, glamorous, chic. They must have got these big tables on offer or something. Right, we'll ignore the fact, what's with the pencils, man? Use a pen. A real flower. Sconce, that's what it's called. And even a bowl of celebrations. Gosh. Oh my gosh, this is stunning. Wow. When I tried to look up this hotel, like, I can't really find many pictures of it. Like, I went on TripAdvisor and like all the pictures are really old, and I'm on the Instagram, and it's one of those Instagram accounts. Sorry, I'm not gonna like shout. They have like an Instagram account where everything is, there's not many wide shots. Like all the photos will be like, of like that, rather than like that. Do you know what I mean? I don't know, maybe that's their strategy, but I could not find, there's not even one picture of this. I think there is. Yeah, the direct front door there isn't the main entrance. You go to the side. What a gorgeous building. Even if the rooms are a little bit bizarre. Oh my God, there's a man at the bottom of the stairs at a desk doing work. Okay, so whenever I film, I always like try to make sure there's no one around. I don't want to bother anyone. I didn't realise at the bottom of those stairs, there's like a couple of desks, and there's a man just like on a computer, like a guest. And he doesn't have headphones in, so he just would have heard me say all of that. Anyway. gonna go the other way around. We'll come back to the stairs. But you didn't have to swipe a card to get in the lift or anything. Very big lift. Oh God, I'm a scruff bag today. Let's go to the ground. So there's only 5 floors. Do you know what? I'm flagging. Galaxy Caramel. Blimey. I feel like I'm in an old bank. Fitness suite. Let's go. Oh my God, it's so quiet. Oh. What? Oh gosh. There's no one in here. God, that felt really wrong coming in here. Techno gym. Okay, it's a bit bigger than it looked like on the website actually. What have we got? A Peloton, all that jazz, a bit of daylight, huge windows, some tunes, little bathrooms and towels. What have we got over here? It's all the stuff you want to see. Peanut butter, something or other, macadamia, coconut, nuts, and then, yeah, headphones. I think this is a thing in like major fancy hotels. I guess if you've forgotten, I mean, no one's phone has that, right? They need like the adapter. Anyway, hot, cold towels. Yeah, it's a bit, I feel like they could just stick a load in the fridge, but canned water. Wireless mobile charger. That's a new one. And some lockers as well. I feel like I'm in James Bond. It's giving James Bond, isn't it? Look at this. Oh, it's gorgeous. Right, well, do you know what? Let's just carry on. Oh, I've got new trainers and they squeak. I'm so sorry. Wow. Chairman room, private meeting. Are these like boardrooms? Gosh. I do feel like I'm in like MI5 or something. I'm sure it doesn't look like this, but what's along here? How do I get in? Huh? No, okay. I don't know how to get into the spa. I think there's a steam room, a sauna, but there's no pool or anything, but there's no one here. I think it's only like 4:30. I am gonna have to make like a table, some kind of graphic with all of these hotels on. Walking around, I think probably something that I've noticed, there doesn't seem to be any staff around, which I find really a bit strange. I mean, it's not the end of the world, but it is a 5-star hotel. Now, the hotels that we've been at, the Langham, that was a couple of weeks ago, that was £640 a night with breakfast, that had a pool. The Savoy, £630 a night as well. That didn't have breakfast, but still. The Corinthia was 700-ish pounds a night with no breakfast. That had a full-on spa. That was a crazy one. Super, super nice. Shangri-La in the Shard, £720 with breakfast. And that had that crazy pool. It was busy, but what a view. The Dorchester. Now, the Dorchester doesn't have a pool directly in the building, but you have access to their sister hotel. Is it 45 Park Lane? Is that what it's called? Then the Connaught, which was £920 a night. So the Rosewood at 900. Now, I did say in my last video, the rooms are a little bit expensive now because we're into July and then into August. So yeah, you can get the Rosewood a fair bit cheaper. But the real standout, I think I've said all those right, is that this is the first 5-star hotel over £600 that doesn't have a pool. I think based on my experience so far, this is really expensive. This is a really expensive hotel for what you get. Not the top of the list. Dust test. This looks very, very clean. Yeah, nice and clean. Should try up here. Yeah, nice and clean. Yeah, very, very clean and fantastic aircon. God, that's a hangover and a half, that is. I'll fall down the stairs in the process. Look at this. Let's grab a drink. I think this is meant to be like a super cool bar. My friend told me about this. Decade of Scarves bar. Look at these playing cards. I really, really like the artwork in this hotel. Look at that, Ringo. It's absolutely gorgeous in here. I am at the bar. There isn't really much seating. I film people too much, but look at this, so cool. This is one full bar. Yeah, it's not even been open an hour, and I'm going to be honest with you, it's a Monday night. I feel like they could literally be open all the time. Hopefully we don't get a crazy cocktail in a dish this time. Yeah, look. But there's a big quirky element on caricature artwork. Look at this menu. My gosh, it must cost a fortune to make. Yeah, 20 quid. There are quite a few 0% cocktails in these places. I know people tend to ask, but it's based on there's these pictures around the room. I struggle a little bit to film it just because I don't want to film people, but how fun is this? It's like Madonna, right? Desires. Look how cute that is. Oh, is it rude to not get a cocktail? I'm always really bad at picking cocktails. Is that Barack Obama? And then James Bond. I love it. Oh my gosh, this is really nice in here. Okay, this has cheered me up massively. But I was in a bad mood. I think maybe my expectations were a bit high because of how much the room was, but God, all I've done is whinge. I'm so sorry. They are so nice in here. Oh my gosh, not stuffy, super friendly. You always get salty snacks in these places. Oh, let's give these a go. They look quite nice. But yeah, I'm not going to risk a cocktail anyway. I love this. I love all the little... This is so nice in here, you guys. I'm like blown away with how nice it is in here. There'd be a caricatures. I can't even say the word. Look at all of this. How fun. I love all of these characters. The drawings are so cool. They've got like a little band. Look at that. I had a lovely drink in the bar. The guys behind the bar were so lovely. I just want to mention, like, obviously where I make these videos, I try to be very careful with how I film. But it was really weird. I was like filming the cool artwork on the wall, and like obviously one of the manager people came over and they were like, you can't use that camera, which is totally fine. And they were like, you can use your iPhone, but not like this little gimbal camera. But I'm gonna be real with you, like he was really rude to me about it. And I know everyone would be like, oh, feel sorry for yourself, Hannah. I don't mind if people are just like, no, you can't use an actual camera, totally fine. But I was a bit like, mate, you don't have to speak to me like that. It was really rude. But anyway, get the violin out. I'm now in my new room. Oh, I'm gonna get rinsed in this video. Right, so we wondered what the weird shaped room is. Guess what? Your girl has got one. So we come in, it's like a wiggle and we go across. But this is what we get. Same again, a little bit bigger, but not a double sink. I'm trying to compare it to other hotels. Not a double sink. I don't think it's big enough. I do love all the textures and tiles. And there's a bath, so you don't get a shower and a bath. I can't believe how much this hotel is. Yeah, if I'd paid 500 quid, I wouldn't really care. I mean, it's still mad money. But yeah, kind of normal shower head, but I really wanted to like have a bath. You get bath salts. All right, happy days, happy days. And you get hand and body milk, whereas we didn't have, did we have that? Was that in a tube? Slightly different aesthetic, very pretty. I can't believe that man, he was really quite abrupt. Goodness, I'm used to getting told off in shops. Jeez. Okay, so we've got the little, we're not gonna go through the whole thing again. She says, oh, I ate the biscuits. I don't even care. I don't even care. So, that is all the daylight we get. This is a wall So these rooms are quite depressing. I don't know, maybe it's because it's the brown curtains. They're actually, now I think about it, they're horrible. They are horrible. Hopefully they're beautiful blackout blinds, but yeah, guys, like this is a wall. That is the window. I mean, that is shoulder height. They told me it was a courtyard view. Mate, I guess the table looks not as crazy, but that table is so stupid. I cannot believe they've approved these. They look so bonkers. Have I got a massive smudge across the camera? Oh my gosh, I have. Oh, is that better? Also, I got my hair done, but I got highlights again instead of balayage. No one cares. Yeah, I think this hotel's just got, I don't know. It doesn't need a refurb, not at all. Just some tweaks. Now, although this hotel is eye-wateringly expensive, but it's very fancy at the same time, the one thing that I do when I online shop, I want to make sure I'm getting the best prices and the best promos, which is where the lovely guys at Coopert come to the rescue. Yes, Coopert is a browser extension and it works with all major platforms, Safari, Firefox, Internet Explorer. And my favorite part about Coopert is they have a coupon feature built in. So you don't have to keep Googling and searching for codes in the hope that maybe one of them works. So when you add to your basket, your code is already there. Did someone say cashback reward? Before you purchase, just activate the reward through the Coopert prompt and you will get any available cashback into your account. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. But wait, are you actually paying the right price to start with? Check out Coopert's price comparison feature where you can browse all of your chosen items and compare prices across different retailers. Download Coopert, click the link below, and guess what? It is totally free. Who wants to pay full price? Get yourself a deal and download Coopert. All right, I was gonna stay in, watch The Office, and get room service. But it's like 7 p.m. and this is really dark, so let's go to the restaurant. Let's go get food. I really wanted to sit there and have a drink. Never mind. Oh, I've just put 2 and 2 together. Okay, that's the entrance. Scarves. Yeah, they were all really nice in there, but bar one. Anyway, let's go into the dining room. This is mega cozy in here with the lights. Okay, I'm glad I came down here. I know it's dark in here, but I feel like everyone's gonna shout at me if I don't get a pie. Poached lobster and shellfish pie. Oh my gosh, I feel like everyone's gonna scream at me. Comment below, guys, how much is a pie where you live? We're in London and it's a bougie one, and yeah. I'm not gonna film the whole thing, but I've just realized, create your own cocktail. What's a gimlet? What's a Collins? I'm being stupid, oh gosh. Feel free to slag me off in the comments. I really love all the little illustrations. Oh, here we go, non-alcoholic, sorry. Someone commented the other day that they don't drink and wanted to see. Oh God, can you see that? Oh, I feel like I have to get a pie because this place is known for the pies. Sorry, it's a bit dark in here. Which one do I get? Which one do you want? Comment below, guys. Which pie would you like? I think it might be quite the treat. It said up to half an hour, but it was only like 15 minutes. So yeah, I got the beef. It was the expensive one, £36, and then I got some greens to go with it. They were an extra £8. Let's cut into this. Now it does smell amazing, and I think this pie, the crunchy, flaky sound that it made was amazing. Sorry, I know some people are vegetarians, but this looks so good, and it has come with some gravy, so let's pour that on. Let's hope I like that. My only thing is, it said greens, and it's like cabbage, and is that a bit of kale? I was kind of hoping that it would be like beans and I don't know, like broccolini or something. But pie review, it was nice. I think for £36 it really should come with some kind of garnish. I would recommend it if it's in your budget. Would I buy it again? Probably not, but it's a nice thing to try. £36 for a pie, my gosh. I think the greens were like not okay for £8. I am gonna say, like, you should have said it was literally a cup of cabbage.
literally like the cheapest vegetable going. Yeah, so it's a bit of a shame. It's just everything, oh my god, I feel like London is such a rip-off anyway. And yes, I will go to a pie and mash and jellied eel place at some point. Petit fours, although I think I called them fours for like the last how many years. Nice gesture, but yeah. And I sat with my plate for 15 minutes before they took it. I don't expect it to be amazing, but I think when you're paying 36 quid for a pie, there's like no one in here, so I'm a bit gutted. It fell off very, very quickly. I said something, I flagged the guy with the tie down. Oh my god, am I being accepted into the world of Karens? I don't feel like I was being a Karen though. So I just said to him, I was like, your green veg, it's a cup of cabbage for 8 quid, mate. Are you having a laugh? And I literally said that to him. He was super nice, and I was like, I'm not trying to be like difficult, but in any restaurant, whenever you order greens, usually it's like, I don't know, peas, beans, that's my UK knowledge anyway. A cup of cabbage, how much is cabbage? I was thinking cabbage, it's like 25p, isn't it? 30p, I don't know. Anyway, and he was like horrified. And then I just kind of blurted out, also I've been sat here for 15 minutes with my plates, can you take them? And he was like, what the hell? And now I feel like they're getting pulled off in the corner. Oh no. So he's removed the £8 veggies, and he was really nice. And look, I said to him, I was like, I'm not trying to like cause drama. It's just, I said, like, can I give you feedback? I was like, there's no one in here. Like, no one's taking my plate. You guys were doing so well. I don't know what happened. It's fallen off. Yeah, and he's like taking the drink off and stuff. So I appreciate that. I don't know. I feel like it's how places deal with stuff, right? And I know everyone's going to be like, oh, influencer didn't like that she didn't have a bath. My room was £900 a night. £900 a night. And the Britishness is that you don't really say anything, so I'm trying to get a little bit better at being like just like constructive about it, but polite. Oh my god, they've been told off, now they're coming over. Oh. With 1% battery, what is it with like fancy places? They put things on like blocks. It's like a bit of brio. They are never gonna let me back in this hotel. So my camera cut off, ran out of battery. 8 quid for a cup of cabbage. You're having a laugh, mate. Anyway, I'm repeating myself. But yes, they did take it off. I'm going to have a bath. Seeing as I have a bath, my gosh, everyone's probably like, just have a blimmin' bath, woman. This is definitely quite premium. The packaging, I know that sounds really silly, ignore that, that's mine. I got that in a Liberty Christmas calendar, advent calendar, years ago. It's really nice. It's like water resistant. Anyway, this packaging must be costing an absolute fortune, and I feel like it's like almost the most, I think it's the most premium one we've seen. But yeah, cotton pads I'm going to use, shower cap. This is the first place where a hair tie has been in amenities, I don't know what you call it, and I want to see what the loofah was like. So yeah, they're splashing the cash on the packaging, that's for sure. One of these things, like, look at this gorgeous hardware. Sorry if it's a bit echoey. Lovely, absolutely lovely. The tile work, lovely. But then the bath mat is like, how old does a bath mat have to be like properly chewed up? It is, I think it's like 8:30. I don't think there's been a turn down service, so we'll find out if that happens if they knock on the door. But I would expect that in a hotel at this price. Anyway, I'm gonna have a bath, and I will see you maybe in the morning? Maybe. Well, good morning. At least I've got some kind of window, right? It's a really strange one. Very quickly, I think I have been upgraded to well, I'm pretty sure I've been upgraded. It's done on square footage rather than like stuff in the room. Looking at the website, I think the room I'm in is about 1,100, maybe 1,200 pounds a night. Anyway, the bed sheets are very, very soft, very nice. Loved. The doors are really, really loud. Unfortunately, they are kind of very, very heavy doors, smashing through the night. I don't think there's many people in the hotel right now though, so we'll take that. Whizzing through the highlights from the rooms. Wi-Fi, the Wi-Fi didn't work, so I called, because I had some stuff to upload. My role now is remote, or it can be remote, so I had some stuff to upload and it just wouldn't work. So I called down and was like, hey, what's up with the Wi-Fi? And they were like, oh, use this other network, here's the password. And that kind of annoyed me, because I was like, if you know it doesn't work, just have a card with like more than one option on. Because I spent like 45 minutes trying to upload stuff, and then I was like, oh God, do I call down about the Wi-Fi? They're going to think I'm really silly. But it's obviously a problem. So that annoyed me. And then I was like, right, I'll watch TV, I'll cast something or watch a movie. Went on the movies, there's no movie channels, there's literally just Film 4. It's just Freeview and Sky Sports and a few international channels. Definitely probably the worst channel options that we've had in any hotel. So I was quite disappointed in that, especially for the price of the room and the level it's meant to be, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so I was like, oh, I'll watch some YouTube. So I tried to cast my phone, wouldn't work. Called down, I was like, how do I make the casting work? And they were like, oh, hold on, we'll send someone up. There's obviously an issue. So I waited, 10, 15 minutes for someone to come up. Lovely guy. He spent 15 minutes here. And at this point, I think it was like 10 past 10. And I was like, don't worry about it. And he was like, I'm really sorry, it doesn't work. We have a remote team who aren't available right now, and they need to fix it on the system. Doesn't work. So I was like, okay, fine. So it didn't work. Yeah, so there's just been quite a lot of things that I think shouldn't be happening. Yeah, like it says, extensive pillow selection. Okay, where? Salon grade hairdryer? Absolutely not. What are they talking about? Bathrobes. These are almost scratchy. They are so crusty. They need to go in the bin. They need replacing. Complimentary digital newspaper app. I didn't realise that, to be fair. Well, the Wi-Fi keeps dropping anyway, so it's irrelevant. And then turn down service, I thought, close to 10 o'clock, I think that's just too late. Maybe I'm being a bit too of an early nighter. Actually, even the toiletries in the last room, we got the individual ones. I mean, obviously I left them there. And then here I don't have those, so there's a real difference, even though this room is more money than the last one we were in. Breakfast. I did say to the lovely guy on the phone last night, I was like, what's this, is it £32? And he was like, yeah, but you get £32 per person. And I was like, all right, mate, but an English breakfast is 42, so how does that work? And he was like, oh, you have to pay the difference. What? I paid £900 for my room, and you're telling me I have to pay the difference in my breakfast to get a full English breakfast? Ironically, I'm probably not going to have a full English, but still. So yeah, very disappointed in my stay so far. Obviously, the room is more than satisfactory, but based on the tiering, my expectations, where other people have told me this place is great, I can only go on my experience. That's all I can do. It's really lackluster. I've been going in and outside the hotel a couple of times. Obviously, I went to go and get dinner. I filmed my intro. I did a couple of photos outside. The people on the door were a little bit, and I didn't like that. And it was very bizarre, because actually, when I checked in, they were so nice, because they saw I had a bag and they were like, oh, let me take you to reception. And I was like, oh my God, this is beautiful service. But then they obviously don't want people to just come into the hotel for a browse, which I can understand, and it's not very big downstairs anyway. But I definitely didn't feel welcome at all coming back into the hotel. I don't know if maybe they thought I was just having a nose, and I don't think they saw me filming anything, so I don't know if there was an issue there. The whole thing was just really bizarre. When I came back in after dinner, I just obviously had my bag, didn't even have my phone because it ran out of battery. Yeah, and I didn't even get a good evening. They just kind of looked at me, and I'm like, is it Anyways, let's hope everyone's in a better mood today, myself included. Anyway, let's go eat. Also, no branding on the robe. I mean, they should go in the bin anyway, but when they reorder them, add a little embroidery. Oh, also, I dropped my liquid eyeliner had leaked on my other top, so I've got my spare t-shirt on. No, I don't have tickets. Everyone's gonna be stop crying your heart out. They are really strict with the £32 thing. It was like you had to agree it before you were taken to your seat. I find that really bizarre. Most hotels, like, they'll just say like, oh, one hot item or whatever, and a hot drink or something, you know? Really bizarre. So looking at the menu, £28, and then it's £7 for a coffee. So I have to pay the difference. Because that's more than £32, so I'm quite pissed off actually, because I refused to pay more than what I've already paid when it said it was included. So maybe I'll get like a cheaper breakfast, maybe. So yeah, coffee £7, tea £7, which is about normal-ish for these slightly fancy hotels. But everywhere I've been, you've been able to get a tea, a juice, and something hot. But yeah, like, I mean, £14 it'll be for a juice and a tea. I mean, maybe I can get some mixed berries. Yeah, really not impressed at all. But anyway, eggs, maybe I'll just get. I mean, where did they get this £32 from? I think that's really quite cheap of them. Even printed on the top, oh, Rosewood. You are absolute sausages for being. I get it. I work in a margin-heavy job, but this is not really good enough.
So that breakfast was £28.75. So you have to pay service charge on top of it. So yeah, I maybe could have got about £2 worth more. I'm really not impressed with that. I think that's dreadful, and I can almost hear everyone agreeing with me in the comments.
This hotel. Great. All right, my dears, I'm going to balance you on this plant pot. Stay still. So, I'm going to be real with you. I did complain when I checked out. In a constructive way, I was like, look, I know people think I'm nitpicking, but I said to them, I was like, based on the value of this breakfast, the Wi-Fi, I don't know, the tone a little bit, you know, the terrace not being, I don't know, maybe I'm nitpicking. They said that they couldn't do anything about the room rate because I was a bit like, I'm not paying 900 quid. But they took off my dinner and the drink that I had. So I appreciate that. I think the only thing I would say is, obviously, if you haven't spent money in a hotel and you are not happy with the service, did they just not give you discount as a gesture of goodwill? Obviously, the goodwill, I don't know how much that was. Maybe that was like 80 quid off. And I was like, I'm not paying the 5%. To be fair, they didn't even ask. I think they knew I would say no. The 5% service. So I did pay the 890 something pounds, 897 pounds. Can't remember what it was. And nothing extra. And I appreciate that. And I said to them, you know, even the cooked breakfast. And she was like, oh, I was like, well, yeah, like you can't, it doesn't even cover it. It's not good enough. It ain't good enough. So anyway, I've whinged for you guys. So if you're coming to the Rosewood, maybe they'll consider the feedback. Well, they'll probably see this video, to be honest with you. Yeah, I'm really sad. I'm a bit gutted. This was not special. Would I recommend this hotel? Not really, to be honest with you. I think if you can get it at a really good price, maybe I would. I would give it a 5 out of 10. Just the details and or lack of details, and you know, I said about the room, I was like, it's so dark, and they were like, oh, I was like, why has it got brown curtains? Anyway, I'm waffling on. I'm going to leave it at that. Some of you guys may not agree with me. I think 5.5 out of 10, based on it being 900 quid. It's just ridiculous, utterly ridiculous, and they have the nerve to charge you for a full English. Anyway, also, this hotel was literally full of Americans. So Americans, maybe, am I being fussy? I don't know. But I will see you in the next video. Remember, food reviews every Tuesday at 6 p.m. and hotel reviews every Friday. Although I feel like I'm like giving the vibes that these 5-star hotels are rubbish. And I'm going to tell you if they're crap. I don't care if their PR teams follow me or unfollow me, or I'm on a naughty list. Do I want a freebie? Couldn't really care less. I'm going to spend my money. Hopefully I earn back on YouTube. Subscribe. Let me know. Was I fair? Was I not fair? Bit of a bizarre one. But anyway, I'm going to love and leave you. Thank you so much for watching. And I'll see you in a few days' time. Bye, guys.